And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This one from 48 yards away. And Elliott puts this one through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington Redskins right now sitting at 3-2. Interesting last couple of weeks. You look back to Week 5, Monday night game on the road. They got annihilated by Drew Brees and the Saints. Came back 6 days later with a statement win that you saw in person against Carolina.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise to anyone. When you see an NFL team take a beating like they took in New Orleans, if they are halfway decent, expect their pride to come out in the next game. And that's exactly what we saw against Carolina. Started fast, got out to a 14-0 lead. Strong throughout. Defense reacted a whole lot better than they did on Monday night. Josh Norman, their star cornerback, caught a lot of grief about what happened. Got briefly benched against New Orleans. He had one of his better games on Sunday against Carolina. Had an interception and a forced fumble.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. So we've come upon halftime in the big one. So the halftime show in the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
So after the loss of 2, here's 2nd and 12 from the 23. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here's Smith on third down. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Sproles. Sproles so quick and agile. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They run with Ajayi, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And here come the Redskins now. With that incompletion, let's discuss all the overtime games that we've had so far in the NFL. We've had 9 of them, at least one each week. You know, week 6, it was Miami and the Bears with the Dolphins getting the win.
Yeah, and you know something? That's an NFL record, because that record was set week 5, an overtime game each of the first 5 weeks of the season. Now we're adding to the record, and I wouldn't doubt at all that we would get to 7 weeks and maybe beyond. It's been a very competitive NFL season.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
He finds his target. It's Crowder. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Smith on first down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. On 2nd and 10, Smith. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Derek Barnett in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Smith. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Tressway now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Wentz. Jeffrey breaking the tackle. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And an alley to run. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. And that goes for a gain of 31. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Here's Ajayi. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead. You've got to protect it. And he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. As they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up in